Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hello and welcome into Hendrickson Field here in Enderlin, North Dakota. I'm Jacob Tenson alongside Joel Morgan. Game 5 here of the Enderlin Maple Valley tournament here. And that one features Hatton-Northwood versus Hillsboro Central Valley. So Hillsboro will be the home team on the scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood will be the visitors. So we'll run through the starting lineups here, the batting order for Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Batting first will be number 1, Derek Carpenter. Number 21, Austin Rigg. And batting third will be number 10, Grant Mundahl. Batting in the cleanup spot, number 2, Colton Konchak. Batting fifth, number 15, Fabian Carrillo. Batting sixth, number 33, Mike Steinbrink. Batting seventh, number 3, Teddy Peterick. Batting eighth, number 11, Raleigh Zuniga. Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 12, Hunter Tweet. So Hatton-Northwood won their game earlier today. At noon, they won that one 18-0 over Harvey. And Hillsboro, they just played this last game you saw here on your live event. And that one ended in a sudden death loss, 3-2 against Oaks. And just a good game. It really came down to 2 innings. Oaks scored 2 runs in the second inning. Hillsboro scored 2 runs in that 5th inning, and then just came down to the sudden death. Oaks won the coin flip to get to bat first, runner on second, and just one bunt in air, and then that was game.
Yeah, and you're kind of going through now. We talked about Hillsboro playing back-to-back like you would during when you start getting back into your normal season. You play your your double headers. You got to kind of rebound really fast. You got to get ready to play. I think really important for this Burroughs team and for every team here today, it has been getting at bats, has been seeing live pitching, has been for most of these teams. They're getting a bulk of games that they have doubled their total for games this year, so that's what's important. Something to keep in mind as we look at our American Crystal Sugar Company lineup, Andrew Doolam will be starting on the mound for Hillsboro Central Valley. He took the loss last game in sudden death. He came in and pitched relief, so all of a sudden he's in a position that, more than anyone, JT, that really needs to bounce back is going to be your starting pitcher, especially after pitching relief last game.
And he looked good. It just, unfortunately, the bunt on that sudden death play there, the bunt ended up being in air, and then the play at the plate ended up being called safe. So really, he pitched really, really good. He had that one shutout inning, and then on the sudden death, just an unfortunate error. So he pitched good, staying in the zone. So I think that's kind of why I decided to keep with Andrew Dullum here on the mound to start this one. Someone I expect to see maybe come in to relief once again would be Cole Hebel. He pitched tremendously, 2 shutout innings, only allowed 1 runner, and also drove in those 2 runs that Hillsboro had. And so we'll run through the outfield adjustments here for Hillsboro. Starting at first is Cole Hebel, and then at second is Braden Walsh. Then at short is Jackson Anderson. At third, Aaron Johnson. Catching will be Devin Johnson. As we said, on the mound will be Andrew Dullum. And then in center, Peyton Beliles. In left is Gannon Limke. And in right is Alec Magnuson. So that'll be the lineup there. Not the batting order, but that'll just be their positional alignments.
And they made a few changes, too, to their lineup. Again, it's about getting guys out here, getting some at-bats. But, it's been a fun 2 days of baseball. Maybe weather has dampened some of that here. But guys are just excited to come out here and play. And I think we're going to see a good game between these two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this one might feature a lot more offense than we saw in the previous game. This tournament really has featured a lot of offense, minus this last game. In the first games, or the Friday games, Hillsboro beat Northern Cass 12-2, and then Hatton-Northwood beat the Oaks team that Hillsboro just lost to 13-3. So first pitch is hit towards the shortstop. That one is muffled, and getting on base will be Derek Carpenter. So that will be ruled an error by number 4. Or excuse me, getting on base will be Peyton. Or no, it will be Derek Carpenter. My bad. So Derek Carpenter on first here as Andrew Dahlem will now work out of the stretch.
Man, kind of a quick get you out of your comfort zone if you're a pitcher is you throw one pitch, now you're in the stretch.
And being aggressive on that first pitch, Derek Carpenter just really showing how Hatton plays at the plate. They looked very aggressive in their game earlier today too. So, like I said, I'm going to assume to see a lot of balls in play as Carpenter will go on the loose ball, throwing down, and he is safe at second.
Yeah, that one in the dirt, not a whole lot the catcher can do to try to rebound and make that play, and you advance the runner on 90 feet. A lot of momentum coming from their 18-0 win right now for Hatton-Northwood, and they're going to try to carry in this game even though they've had some downtime between the two contests.
So now runner on second, Hillsboro trying to keep them on. Dome throws. That one is ruled a strike, so a 1-2 count here for Austin Rigg. So as we said, Andrew Dahlem pitched in that last game ended up getting the loss, but really wasn't his fault. That one goes over the head of Rigg.
Yeah, Oaks kind of went for broke. They had in sudden death. They had the runner at second. The bunt came down, very well placed bunt, and they sent the runner. They weren't going to put up a stop sign unless they absolutely felt that they needed to.
Pitch on the way. That one's fouled straight back there by Rigg. Count will stay at 2-2. First meeting here of the season, obviously, between these two teams. They have a little bit of history. Hillsboro actually ended Hatton-Northwood's season 2 years ago in the last season in the Region 2 tournament, winning that game 7-1. So that one is a strikeout swinging. So first out of the ball game there, and first strikeout there for Andrew Dahlem.
Yeah, he just kind of mixed up pitches in that at bat and came right at him for the last one.
So out number 1, runner still on second. Up to bat now is the right fielder, Grant Mundahl, as he takes that first pitch for a strike. So Carpenter on second, holding him there. Pitch on the way, that one a little high, called a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, with one out there, I mean, they're mindful of the runner at second, but they're not going to sell out. They're really kind of focused on this batter right here at the plate.
That one just outside, so 2-1 the count. Yeah, they're just kind of walking back and forth, making sure it doesn't get too great of a lead, keeping them a little bit honest, if you will. Pitch from Dahlem. That one just misses as well, so now 3-1 after starting ahead in the count 0-1. 3 straight balls there from Dahlem. Now Grant Mundahl can wait for a good one. That one just misses as well, so now runners first and second. Good job working the count there by Grant Mundahl to draw the walk.
Yeah, when you face a left-handed batter early in the lineup, when you don't face you don't face a lot of left-handed hitters, you don't face a lot of left-handed pitchers. I think that really put him outside of his comfort zone a little bit. He was trying to hit parts of the plate that he just wasn't able to zero in on.
Now, always intimidating seeing a left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, like you said. Just something different. You don't see that a whole lot. I know in my short stint of a career in high school, when I was pitching and I faced lefties, it just looks so weird as balls hit up the middle, and that'll go through for a base hit. Rounding third and throwing home now. Play at the plate, nothing there, off track. Play at third now. Sliding in safe there is Austin Riggs. So 1-0 now. Hatton-Northwood takes the lead early here in the game. Just 1 out still. And a nice base hit there by Colton Concheg.
Now batting catcher number 15, Fabian Carrillo.
So Fabian Carrillo will now come to the plate. Runners on first and third, runners on the corners. And I wouldn't be surprised to see if Concheg maybe steals here on this one. And there he goes. Now he's stuck in the middle. Nobody even knows he's there. They won't throw over. Just a weird play. They're looking to keep Austin Rigg at third, maybe potentially pick him off, and then just seeing the movement, Colton Conshank went. nobody even knew he was standing in the middle of the plate and then ended up getting second anyways.
Yeah, one of those situations I think you don't want to let the runner at third. The runner going from first to second is going to try to get you caught in a rundown. He's going to try to give you an opportunity for that runner at third to come home. And I think they said, you know what, we're just going to get in front of that one and worry about that potential run scoring play.
Nearly hit Fabian, but just missing him. That's the first pitch of the at-bat. 1-0 is the count. Dolam starting in a little bit of a traffic jam here early in this one after having a nice appearance, maybe a little bit rattled after that sudden ending to that Oaks game. That last pitch a strike, so 1-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Goes behind him. 2-1 now the count.
He came out of that check swing really tight on that pitch and fouled it down, got some extra time. But, we're seeing JT in this game. The pace of play has been a little bit different than what both of these teams have been used to so far in the games that they've played today.
Yeah, I mean, it went really fast there for Hatton. I mean, they did score one run, or they already have one run right now, but it came quickly in that first game as foul tip, but caught by the catcher there, so that'll be out number 2, a strikeout there by Fabian Carrillo. So coming up to the plate now is Mike Steinbrink for Hatton-Northwood. First pitch called a strike, so 0-1 ahead in the count right away is Dullum. Runners at second and third, still 2 outs. Both outs coming via strikeout for Andrew Dullum. He has allowed a run off that nice hit there by Colton Konchak, who now stands on second base. Pitch on the way from Dullum. Just barely fouls it off as now it's 0-2. On Friday in that game against Oaks, Steinbrink actually hit a home run as he hits it back to the pitcher. Nice little flip, and that'll end the inning as a 1-3 out there. We'll step aside here for coming up the bottom of the first inning here on yourliveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
We are back to the action here. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 the lead here for Hatton, looking to preserve it here. So we'll run through the defensive alignment here for Hatton. On the mound will be Hunter Tweet. Catching will be Fabian Carrillo. On first is Colton Konshank. At second base is Raleigh Zaninga. At short is Derek Carpenter. At third, Austin Rigg. In right field is Grant Mundahl. In center is Teddy Petterick. And in left field is Mike Steinbrink, who got the last out of the inning there for the Thunder. And then the batting lineup for Hillsboro Central Valley's leading off will be Peyton Beliles, number 1. Batting second will be number 11, Andrew Dullum. The third batter will be Cole Hebel. Cleanup will be Aaron Johnson. Batting fifth will be Gannon Limke. Sixth will be Devin Johnson. Seventh will be Jackson Anderson. 8th will be Alec Magnuson, and rounding up the lineup will be Braden Walsh. So first pitch, a little high there. First pitch to Belials. So starting 1-0, Hunter Tweet falls behind right away.
And you got a pitcher, a left-handed pitcher, talk about getting you out of your comfort zone.
And that one swung and missed, so 1-1 the count. So, yeah, we talked about the unfamiliarities with left-handed pitching, left-handed batting, and Hatton-Northwood features both of those so far.
And you got a lefty, too, who's going to work straight out of the stretch. You see it's a comfortability thing, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to work out of the stretch, and that throws off your rhythm, I think, just a little bit, too.
Yeah, it's just something that you're, once again, just not used to, and always something that you're not used to. You're used to certain things, and you're used to your comfortabilities. And for Tweet, his comfortability is throwing out of the stretch, and maybe for these batters, it won't look totally normal to them. Just missing there and working the count full now is Belials. So 3-2, a good starting at bat here for Belials. Pitch underway. That one's left a little high. So he will hustle down to the first baseline, looking to maybe take 2. But catcher hustling as well, so he'll just stay at first after the walk. So both teams getting their lead runner on. Derek Carpenter for Hatton-Northwood got on via an error. And now Belial's on via the walk. Pitch underway, pop flies straight up. And looks like it'll go out of play. As the pitcher, Andrew Dahlem, looking to help his case, maybe get a base hit, get some runners into scoring position, and maybe get right back into it. So 0-1 the count. Tweet looking at first. He fires now. Misses, hits the dirt. So 1-1 now the count. And also when you're on first base, and this runner goes there, throw down to second, way off target, so Belial's in there with ease. I was just going to mention how sometimes with the lefty on the mound, it's kind of hard to get a bigger lead on first, but Belial's still able to get the stolen base there, had a decent lead. As the pitch comes underway, a nicely hit ball out to center field. It goes over the head, it hits the back wall. Belial's will around third, heading home in a double RBI for Andrew Dahlem, helping his case, making it 1-1 here. Hillsboro answering that one run from Hatton-Northwood in the first inning. So an RBI double from Andrew Dahlem.
Yeah, and that's big for Hillsboro to cut into that deficit here early.
First pitch called a strike here, as now up to bat is Cole Hebel. He had that 2 RBI single, their lone 2 runs of the game in the 5th inning against Oaks here in the last game, or in the previous game of this tournament.
Yeah, and he came out. He was just dealing when he came out. I wouldn't be shocked to see him maybe get some work here in this game.
Pitch on the way, popped up. Looking like it might go out of play, maybe some room, but no, it hits a fan on the back. Out of play, hope he's okay. He's going to walk that off.
And he was ducked down. He knew it was coming his way. You wanted to hit the broad part. You want to hit the back and shoulders more than you want to get the head. And he put himself in that position. He's just going to walk it off. He's a trooper.
So hope he's okay. He's just walk. Maybe he's just going home at this point. I don't know. Hope he's okay though. And called third strike, as that'll be out number 2 here. Or excuse me, out number 1. Cole Hebel will sit down after a nice pitch there from Hunter Tweet. So first pitch here to Aaron Johnson is a ball. So 1-1 the score here. Both teams scoring 1 run so far in the first inning. Runner in scoring position on second base. Swinging through that pitch, missing. Now 1-1 is the count. Andrew Dahlem on second after a nice RBI double that one hop to the fence. And stepping off the mound, making him go back to second now is Tweet. No throw, so in there safely. Pitch on the way, hits the dirt, goes away from the catcher, and easily to third base now is Dolam. So more pressure applied here by Hillsboro, shaking off that sudden death loss and coming back strong here. Chance to take the lead now after falling behind 1-0. Tied it up, and now a runner on third with just one out. Not one a ball, so now ahead in the count 3-1 is Aaron Johnson. Pitch on the way. That one called a strike, so now a full count here with one out here. If you put that ball in play, there's a good chance you're going to be able to score another run and take the lead here. Tweet pitch is fouled off by Johnson, so one more pitch yet in this bat will be coming. Aaron Johnson on Friday, he also hit a home run. Cole Hebel and Aaron Johnson both hit a home run in their game as called third strike for the second out there. Aaron Johnson strikes out the second strikeout of the game now for Hunter Tweet. So 1-1 the record for Hillsboro here in this tournament so far, looking to make it 2-1. And Northwood undefeated on the season and in the tournament. 2-0 in the tournament, 3-0 on the season, looking to stay unbeaten. Currently tied at one apiece here early in the game. Pitch underway. Has to scoot out of the way to avoid getting hit, so 1-1 the count now. That bat is Gannon Limke, the left fielder. Pitch underway, ball is hit in play to the shortstop. Carpenter throws his way over there. Called safe, a close play, and a run will score. I'm going to say tie goes the runner on that one. A very, very close play. Credit Gannon Limke for the good hustle. And he will be credited with an RBI single, infield hit. A tough play, a slow chopper to the shortstop. Derek Carpenter was playing really far back, so that's kind of why he got to it a little late there and just couldn't quite get it there in time. So now 2-1 is the score. And after losing that sudden death game and then giving up one run in the first inning, kind of maybe you were to think they would just kind of play a little lackadaisical, be a little mad maybe, but they're actually playing really well here, getting the bats going early.
Yeah, and they really turned it on the latter half of that losing game in sudden death, and they're trying to pick up that momentum back here.
Ball's thrown over, but in safely is Gannon Limke. Count 1-1 to Devin Johnson, the catcher. That one is a ball. Catcher gets up quickly, threatening to throw over to first, but Limke back safely. So 2-1 now the count. 2 outs here. 2-1 is the score. Ball's left a little high and outside. 3-1 now the count. So both Tweet and Dolan both with 2 strikeouts in the game. Both the pitchers, and that one's going to be a walk now for Devin Johnson. So runners now on first and second. Still with 2 outs is now a courtesy runner. It'll be Preston Nelson in for Devin Johnson, who's catching. So and a little mound visit here. Just kind of looked like he was going to settle into things here. Gave up 1 run, looking like he was going to get away with just 1, but then another run comes across the plate, and now threatening to score some more runs. Runner on first and second is Hillsboro Central Valley. So just a quick mound visit, talk things over, trying to settle his troops a little bit. So Tweet will stay on the mound. Like I said, he struck the 2 outs they have both been strikeouts, so has been getting it done, but has worked a couple of full counts here, so a lot of pitches thrown here in this first inning for Tweet. This pitch underway, that one called a strike, so starting off 0-1, ahead in the count there is Hunter Tweet. Getting ahead of Jackson Anderson. That one called just low, so 1-1 now the count. Jackson Anderson started pitching the game against Oaks there in the previous game here of the Enderlin Maple Valley tournament. That one low once again, so 2-1 now the count after getting ahead 0-1. Now down 2-1 is Hunter Tweet. Runners on first and second. Not worried about them right now, just worried about the batter, but throws high. Throws one more ball, it'll be bases loaded. 3-1 count, delivers. That one called a strike, was watching that one all the way, so now once again another full count here. Trying to get out of this inning with just two runs, only down 1. Hopefully for Hunter Tweet get back to the bats. That one called a strike 3, so 3 strikeouts for Hunter Tweet, but giving up 2 runs as we will get ready now for the top of the second inning here on yourliveevent.com. So some substitutions here, or just some switches, I should say. Now pitching for Hillsboro Central Valley is Gannon Limke, who knocked in that RBI single. And just flipping now to the outfield will be Andrew Dullum, who also had an RBI in that first inning, so he'll now be playing left field. So those two just flipping positions. Dullum did pitch an inning and a third, if you will, of their loss to Oaks here in the previous game, so resting his arm a little bit, getting a couple pitchers in here in these 2 games, playing back-to-back is Hillsboro, but looking to keep that same core of people on the field. So as I said, an RBI double from Andrew Dullum started off the scoring for Hillsboro, and then Gannon Limke beating out that infield single, which brought in Andrew Dullum for their second run, taking the lead 2-1. So some good offense from both teams here early in the game. So Gannon Limke getting his arm loose, getting it ready as Hatton tries to stay hot from the offensive side of the plate. As I said, they won their game earlier at noon, 18-0 against Harvey in just 3 innings. Being that we are having this invitational, they're trying to keep things moving along here pretty quick, and that's also why Hillsboro and Oaks were forced into a sudden death instead of playing their regular 7 innings after being tied 2-2. So Hatton-Northwood has beat Oaks 13-3 in their game on Friday, beat Harvey 18-0 just a couple hours ago, and their other game of the season, they beat Finley Sharon Hope Page with a score of 2-0. So 3-0 are the Thunder, looking to stay unbeaten here, get the bats going, get back into the scores column once again here. Up to the plate is Teddy Peterick. Count 2-0 quickly here. Falling behind is Gannon Limke. Teddy Peterick, the center fielder here for Hatton-Northwood. Pitch underway. That one also way outside and goes past the catcher. So now 3-0 the count. I expect to see Teddy Peterick just watch one go by here. Again, and Limke trying to settle in here. Facing his first batter here of the ball game. So a 4-pitch walk here for Teddy Peterick. So once again, the lead batter on base here for Hatton. So now up to the plate is Raleigh Zuniga, the second baseman. With a run around first, that's Teddy Peterick. And throwing a strike, getting ahead 0-1 right away, Gannon Limke. So now settling into things here a little bit is Limke finally throwing his first strike. Pitch underway, that one's left high. So now 1-1 count. Limke settles in, throws, nearly hits him, but looked like it was going to hit him, but called his strike. A nasty curveball there. Getting ahead in the count 1-2.
Yeah, Limke really just struggling to kind of settle in here.
Pitch underway. That one goes above his head, so 2-2 now the count. Walked his first batter, Teddy Peterick, who still sits on first. Pitch underway. Over his head once again, so 3-2 now the count. Full count here for Limke.
I think that was part of getting Doolin to start this game, too. It was just a matter of he was already warmed up. He had already faced some batters and already an opportunity to kind of come in with a little advantage of being warmed up for a game. And now we're going to get two base runners here as Limke is struggling to come in right now in relief for the Burros.
Yeah, so 2 straight walks here for Limke. Not the way you want to start it here, as they just took the lead 2-1, but now Hatton-Northwood threatening to get back in the scorer's column. That one low as well for Limke. No outs here still, 1-0 the count. Limke started the game in left field, but now second inning is on the mound. That one left high as well, so 2-0 the count. Still trying to settle into things here a little bit. Having to throw out of the stretch right away after giving up that first batter walk. Gets a strike called there, so 2-1 now the count for Limke. Limke had that RBI single, the infield single, runners going, or at least one on second is in there safely at third. Stolen base there by Teddy Peterick. Pitch was called a strike, so 2-2 now the count. Still no outs, runners on the corners. Peterick on third, Zuniga on first. And Hunter Tweet, the pitcher, up to the plate. And a loose ball, a strike 3, but a loose ball, and coming in to score is Teddy Peterick. So once again, we are tied 2-2.
Yeah, that one, I just no idea where that ball went, and the opportunity almost walking in from third base to tie this game up.
So 1 out here. That pitch is high. Runner on second is Raleigh Zuniga. 2 straight walks to start the inning, but then a strikeout, but they got away from the catcher, Devin Johnson, which allowed a run to score. So 2-2 is the score. That one also a ball, so 2-0 now the count. That one left high by Limke once again, so 3-0 now the count. You have to imagine that Derek Carpenter will be watching one here. Derek Carpenter scored the first run of the game, got on by an error, but then went around to score. That one called a strike. So now 3-1 for Derek Carpenter. Derek Carpenter, when he got on, he had a stolen base, and as I said, he came around to score that first run of the game. That one hit off his foot, I believe, so it will be called a dead ball. Rolled down the third baseline, but it will be a foul ball. So now a full count, 3-2 for Derek Carpenter. The count, he delivers. That one's hit into play to the shortstop. Makes a play on it. That one's close. He is called out, but runner does advance to third, so Derek Carpenter will will have the second out. Nice play there by the shortstop, number 4, Jackson Anderson, getting him out.
Yeah, just kind of a bang-bang play there to get him out at first, but we've seen a few of those here so far. The grass just comes off a little bit differently here this time of the year.
Now, early in the year, the grass isn't quite to its normal greenness, but still a well-kept field here at Hendrickson Field here in Enderlin. Swung on and missed by Austin Rigg. Rigg struck out in his first at-bat here. First time seeing Gannon Limke, though. Ball hit sharply to the third baseman. He'll fire. And that's an easy play there by Aaron Johnson. So that'll retire the side here, 2-2. We are tied up once again here in the second inning. Hillsboro will be up to bat here at the bottom of 2 here on yourliveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook. Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
So Alec Magnuson up to the plate here. He falls behind. 1-2 is the count. Hunter Tweed delivers. That one's high, so we'll even it up at 2-2. And that is our score as well. 2-2 in the second inning. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Nicely hit ball right in between the center and left fielder, but tracking that down is the center fielder, Teddy Peterick. So an F8 there for Alec Magnuson. A well-hit ball, but found its way into the glove of Teddy Peterick for the first out. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, Braden Walsh, second baseman, number 7 here. First pitch called a ball, 1-0. as Tweet will fall behind. Pitch on the way. Left outside, so 2-0 now. One out, that one coming by a deep fly ball. That one left high. 3-0 now the count, so probably watching this one will be Braden Walsh. Showing bunt, pulls it away. Might have been tipped back. Either way, it's called a strike. So 3-1 is now the count. Still ahead is Braden Walsh. So that'll be a walk for Walsh, and then we'll bring up the top of the order. Peyton Beliles will make his way to the plate. So Braden Walsh sits on first, and now, I mean, he pitches out of the stretch anyways, but now forced to be in the stretch is Tweet. A big hack, but doesn't come up with anything. Strike one is the call, as Beliles will fall behind 0-1. Beliles got on base via the walk and ended up coming around to score as he hits it in play, looking to turn two. Gets one, throws over, but not in time. Beliles there in plenty of time, but a fielder's choice there as Braden Walsh will make his way back to the dugout. Another mound visit here. Looks like Tweet's day on the mound might be done, but looks like he will venture his way out to right field. So Tweet had 3 strikeouts. In 1 2/3 innings pitched. So on the mound now is number 33, Mike Steinbrink. He will come in to pitch here in relief for Hatton-Northwood. So Beliles will be on first here.
Man, that's something, too, I think, to keep in mind here as we get through this tournament. For Hatton-Northwood, this is their second day, the second game they played yesterday. For Hillsboro Central Valley, they're playing again back-to-back days. They're playing their second game. We're just going to see a lot of juggling of the lineup and get some guys some reps, but also save some arms for the stretch here of the season.
Yeah, both these teams just kind of getting into their season here just early in the season. Hillsboro now 3-2 on the season, and Hatton-Northwood just 3-0. So just both of them under 5 games played. The 6th game here for Hillsboro. So yeah, just getting things figured out, trying to see what works for each team, what positions work for each player. And yeah, we've seen Hillsboro switch around a lot of players, especially someone, Peyton Beliles. He started in center, he played short, he's played catcher. He's been doing it all for Hillsboro, and we see just another change, just both teams doing early exits of their pitchers, only giving up 2 runs apiece, but just deciding to save the arms of their young pitchers and just kind of going through a couple pitchers.
Yeah, and you can tell we're kind of getting near the finals of those warm-up pitches. Yeah, still 2 more games to be played today, and we'll see. Oaks will play the final game of the day against Thompson. It should be a good matchup. Oaks and Hillsboro playing a battle of a game 3-2. It's a shame we ran out of time. Couldn't see that one get played all the way through. Oaks getting the win in sudden death, but just both teams hitting well with 2 outs. Both teams pitching well.
Yeah, it was a fun game, good baseball game to watch, especially compared to what we have seen thus far. At least today, there's been a couple of blowouts, so that was the closest one we've seen so far today. This one also looking like it should shape up to be a pretty good one. Runner goes, Beliles, a nice throw down, but called safe just underneath the tag. But a nice throw down there by Carrillo. So falling behind in the count right away is Mike Steinbrink. 1-0 the count to Andrew Dullum. Dullum started his day pitching, is now on his way to the left field. A high fly ball hit out to left field. tracking that down and catching it is Grant Mundell, who was playing right, and that'll be the third out. So that'll be the end of the second inning. We are tied at 2 apiece here on yourliveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
So coming in to pitch was Mike Steinbrink, getting the one out that they needed, getting it done. And as we said, Grant Mundell flipped over to left field, was playing right, but instead now the Hunter Tweet ended up going to right field, so switching places, just kind of flip-flopping around here, finding their way home to their probably natural positions. As now on the mound once again is Gannon Limke, coming out for his second inning pitching. That first inning was a little rough for him to start with. Gave up those 2 straight walks and then gave up a run as well, which allowed Hatton to tie things up here. But settled in after a little bit there. Had 1 strikeout on the inning. So we'll see if he is settled into things here and looking to shut down Hatton-Northwood's bats here in the third inning. 1 run so far in each inning for Hatton-Northwood, looking to keep that up. Like we said, had an incredible game earlier today, 18-0, beating Harvey. So they have the potential for their bats to go off in a big way. But so far, Hillsboro keeping it to a mere 2 runs as we are already in inning number 3. Just coming to the plate will be number 10, just made the catch, Grant Mundell. He'll lead things off here for Hatton in inning number 3. So left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher, pitch underway. First one in the dirt, so 1-0 will begin the count. As I said, Gannon Limke started a little slow in that second inning, his first inning of pitching. Gave up 2 straight walks, gave up a run, but afterwards kind of settled into things. But now falls behind in the count quickly, 2-0. Both teams have now played 2 pitchers each, and that one's going to hit him. He tried to jump out of the way, so he will find his way to first base. Will Grant Mundell after the hit by pitch.
Mundell's hit by the pitch, brings up first baseman number 2.
So runner on first once again here. For 3 straight innings, their leadoff man gets on base. First it was by error, then it was by walk, and now by a hit by pitch. Mundell walking it off a little bit as we get a mound visit here from Hillsboro. So Mundell, in his first at-bat, walked and then got hit by a pitch in his second at-bat, so he is 0 for 0 on the day.
He's able to get on base.
So mound visit ending quickly. Now up to bat is Colton Conshank. Had an earlier, in his previous at-bat, got a single and an RBI for their first run of the game in that first inning. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0 the count. He also had a stolen base as well, but was stranded at second. Looking to keep those fortunes good for him in his second plate appearance. Finds himself had 1-0 pitch. Goes behind him, I believe. But either way, it's called a ball. A little bit of a curveball trying to find its way in, but just couldn't quite get there. So 2-0 is the count for Gannon Limke. Limke settles in, throws. Is hit in play back to Limke. He tries to turn 2. Ball is not handled well there by the shortstop. Not sure if he was really ready for it, was Jackson Anderson. I think he thought Lemke was just going to go to first with it. He wasn't quite ready, and he's going to walk it off a little bit, kind of shaking up on that. So runners now on first and second after the error. So Lemke finding himself in trouble here once again. Carrillo up to the plate, a called first strike. So Lemke trying to settle in here a little bit, gets ahead in the count, and that'll help him a little bit here. Pitch underway, swung on, hit to right field, shallow right field, and it will hit, so that is going to drop. So runners were just sitting there, now going to the plate, sliding in, he's safe. That goes to the fence now, so runners are going to advance one more base here. So runners were just kind of held on pause there because they thought maybe that was going to be caught, but ended up finding its way down there. A tough play wasn't able to be made there by Alec Magnuson. And then the result is 1 run. So a bloop single and then an error results in 1 run for Hatton-Northwood. They keep their streak of scoring 1 run in each inning, maybe, and threatening to score more as they have runners on second and third with 0 outs. First pitch is a ball. The newly placed pitcher, Mike Steinbrink, up to the plate here. Got his way out of that inning, just had to get 1 out and got it done. Second pitch is lined past the shortstop, so that'll bring in at least 1 run. They're going to hold Carrillo there and on third. So an RBI single there for Mike Steinbrink. So now 5-2 is the score. So that'll bring Teddy Petrick to the plate. In his previous at bat, he was walked and ended up coming around to score. He also stole third base on his way around the bases. His last at bat just coming last inning. Lemke settles in. That'll bring the count. That one a ball, bring the count to 1-1. So Lemke settling in. Runners on the corners. Steinbrink on first. Carrillo on third. Firing now in the dirt. So it'll bring it to 2-1. Pitch underway from Lemke. Swung on and missed. That was in the dirt, so 2-2 now. Petrick was fooled on that one, so swinging away and missing. 2-2 is the count. Curveball once again left a little too high. Batter ducked away from it, but wasn't even actually that close to him. But nonetheless, a ball, so full count here for Lemke. Runners still on the corners, no outs. Score is 5-2. High fly ball, that one going towards the first baseman. He's able to, he won't settle under, that one ends up dropping, but they will get the force out at second. So a fielder's choice there as Steinbrink is out at second, so Petrick will just replace him at first.
Second baseman, number 11, Raleigh Zuniga.
Hillsboro's coach is trying to get them into it a little bit as they feel like they're being a little quiet after a big inning here from Hatton-Northwood. Up to the plate now is Raleigh Zuniga. Runners on the corners once again here. That one high. Petrick essentially just swapping places there with Steinbrink after the misplayed fly ball there by Cole Hebel. Ball gets away from him, and a run will score here. So that makes it 6-2. Or excuse me, that one actually makes it 5-2. So now Hatton-Northwood 3 runs here in the inning. And still, or just one out here. Runner on second now is Petrick after that pass ball. Count is now 3-0 after another miss there from Limke. Hatton-Northwood has scored at least one in every inning so far. That one is fouled back, so 3-1 now the count. Scored 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, and now 3 runs here in the third. As I said, those bats of Hatton-Northwood can be dangerous. 18 runs in their game earlier today. So definitely have the potential to go off, and you're seeing it a little bit here now in the third inning. As a walk is issued now to Raleigh Zaninga, as we now have runners on first and second. Still just 1 out for Gannon Limke. Up to the plate now is Hunter Tweet, who's now in right field, started off the game pitching. That first pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. And Limke fires. That one's low. Catcher couldn't find it for a little bit there, Devin Johnson, but was able to find it and keep the runners on first and second. So Limke pitching out of the stretch is behind 2-0 here in the count once again. That one high as well, so 3-0 now the count. He's found himself in that situation a couple times here, but normally able to fight back at least to a full count. See if he can do it here. Watching that one all the way was Tweet, and able to get a strike called is Gannon Limke, so 3-1. Runners on first and second. Zaninga on first. Peterick on second. A called strike once again here. So like I said, full count here. Able to fight his way back is Limke once again. Then a called third strike for the second out of the inning here. Tweet will go down on strikes.
Now batting shortstop number 1, Derek Carpenter.
So 2 outs, runners on first and second, top of the order here. Derek Carpenter up to the plate here. He has batted in every inning so far, first, second, and now third. Got on by an error in his first at-bat, and then grounded out to the shortstop in his second at-bat. And this one he will be hit by pitch. So bases now loaded. Catcher and pitcher getting together, Devin Johnson and Gannon Limke talking about it a little bit.
And when you've had an inning that has been so laborsome like this one, an extra batter, you get the bases loaded, you get the force at any base. I mean, there is some things going your way, but it also is going to seem so much more intense to have to face one extra batter, and I think that we're going to see a pitching change here, and I think that's the decision to go with.
Yep, mound visit here. Looks like we will get a pitching change. Looks like will be number 7. Braden Walsh, who will be doing the pitching here for Hillsboro. So the third pitcher of the game here for Hillsboro is Braden Walsh. Was at second base and now finds his way on the mound. Looks like Gannon Limke will stay in the game. Looks like he's going to find his way out to left field now.
Yeah, and just gets, again, you're going to have to get a fresh arm here. It's a big situation. You hate to put a pitcher in with the bases loaded, 2 outs in a game where, you're down by 3 runs. You're trying to avoid it breaking open here and making this a big 6-run inning. But, as we said, when you've labored through an inning and you face that many batters and throwing that many pitches, you do concern yourself with that one extra batter is going to seem so monumental. And, it's a catch-22, which one fits the situation better. And I think getting a fresh arm in there and trying to get that final out is big.
I absolutely agree because, right now they're still in the game. They're still in this game. It's only a 3-run game. If you gave up a base hit here, it could end up being 7-3, 8-3, even 9-3. You just never know. You just kind of maybe getting a fresh arm in there, hopefully produce that 1 out and just kind of save face here, keep it at 5-2. Austin Rigg is the only batter who hasn't batted this inning, and now he is up to bat right now. So hitting through the lineup is Hatton-Northwood. So Walsh's first pitch underway, swung on but fouled back by Rigg.
Now batting third baseman number 21, Austin Rigg.
So Beliles now will take the place of Walsh at second base. He was previously playing center field. And I believe now in center field, I believe, will be Andrew Dahlem, as Limke made his way back out to left field where he started the game.
Yeah, and you got a pitcher right now. We're just coming out of the windup. You got full bases. They're not trying to advance. If it's comfortable for you, deliver to the mound that way, then do it.
And nearly hitting the batter. Say it didn't quite hit him, but now the count is 3-1, so potential to walk in a run here for his first batter here is Braden Walsh. And he does just that, so a good at-bat there by Austin Rigg, seeing some pitches go by and bringing in a run will be that walk. So now Grant Mundal, who led off the inning, is now up to bat once again.
Yeah, something you have to keep in mind here is that 10-run rule creeps on you a little bit faster now. We can only play 3 innings. This inning continues. If they start piling on runs with 2 outs, we can see this one get in the books a little sooner, and that's what Hillsboro Central Valley is trying to avoid. Obviously still in this game, just a 4-run deficit, but also try not to have this one end early.
Absolutely, and now the count is 1-1 for Grant Mundal. 6-2 is the score here now after that run was walked in. Now ahead in the count is Walsh, 1-2. Grant Mundal, as I said, batted earlier in this inning. Got a hit by pitch and then a nice hit and caught there by the shortstop Jackson Anderson for the final out of the inning. So 6-2, 4 runs there by Hatton-Northwood, as we'll be back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro is accepting new patients. They offer patients of all ages a full range of dental services, including Clear Correct, which is an option for invisible braces, and a $99 whitening program. Dr. Rothfuss accepts multiple insurance plans, including Delta Dental, United Concordia that was affiliated with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Principal Dental Insurance. Bring your smile to Dr. Craig Rothfuss Dental Practice in Hillsboro, and the friendly staff will help make it sparkle. Call 701-636-4244 today.
Welcome back to Hendrickson Field. 6-2 the score on the Tim Cazzette seed sales scoreboard. A big third inning there from Hatton-Northwood. Kind of talked about it from the beginning of the game. Hatton-Northwood has some threatening bats, and they showed it there in the third inning. I guess they really showed it the whole game. They've scored at least one run in each inning. 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, and then 4. There's a big fly ball looking to go back. That might be over the fence, and it is. His third home run of the season. Cole Hebel getting into the scorer's column there once again for Hillsboro. A big shot there from Cole Hebel. That'll fire up any team there. Bring it down to 3-6 on the Tim Cazzette seed sales scoreboard.
Yeah, just gets a pitch he liked, just unload that one, and I think everyone knew that one was gone as soon as it left the bat. Just sounds a little bit differently when you know that you're going to lose one.
And that short center field here at Hendrickson Field helps. It was definitely hit well, but most fields that probably would have been off the wall instead of over the fence.
Yeah, and this has always been a favorable ballpark for left-handed hitters.
So Steinbrink, he settled in, getting that last out of the second inning, but now starting off a little rattled after giving up a home run there on his first pitch of the third. 1-1 now the count to Aaron Johnson. Aaron Johnson, in his previous at-bat, he struck out. That was back when Hunter Tweet was pitching. A high fly ball going towards the first baseman and able to put that away for the out is number 2, Colton Conchang. So an F3 there for Aaron Johnson for the first out of the inning. And after a 4-run inning, a good answer there by Cole Hebel with a big-time dinger. As a foul ball goes towards the stands, just barely misses some fans. We already had one foul ball hit somebody, luckily avoiding a second injury there. Again, Limke now up to the plate. He falls behind 0-1 after following that one off. Being aggressive at the plate, follows that one off as well, going down the third baseline, but on the wrong side of the line. So Steinbrink settling in, delivering. A high fly ball straight away to the center fielder. Able to corral that one is the center fielder, Teddy Peterick, for the second out. So out number 2 here. After a big shot there from Hebel, able to settle down is Steinbrink to get 2 straight outs here, looking for a third, as now Devin Johnson, the catcher, finds his way to the plate. First one's low for a ball, 1-0. Ball's hit towards the middle of the infield, corralling it, then scooping it. Nice scoop there. Derek Carpenter to the throw, and Colton Konchak the scoop for out number 3. So a quick inning after a big-time blast there from Cole Hebel, as the score now is 6-3. We'll take a break. Coming up for inning number 4 here on yourliveevent.com.
One of the main benefits of moving to the Halstead Living Center and Heritage House community is to enjoy every comfort of home without the burdens of home ownership in an environment that offers choices for care assistance, social interaction, group activities, or simply quiet, comfortable living. Another reason to choose Halstead Living Center and Heritage House is to get back to living life through their all-inclusive services and full array of social events, spiritual enrichment programs, recreational activities, and lifelong learning. For more information, call 456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro. For when you need repair work done on your vehicle, need an oil change, need new tires or tire repair, visit Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro. They fill LP tanks, bulk delivery of your home heating or farm fuels, and carry batteries. Call your locally owned full-service gas station, Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro, 701-636-5356. Brad, Jody, and Blake Sorum thank you for your business, and they look forward to continue serving you at Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro.
Back to Hendrickson Field. The big blast by Cole Hebel, able to trim it down to just 3 runs once again here on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood once again and coming up to the plate here. As I've said, they've scored in every inning, so looking to stay hot here once again, keep those bats rolling. They hit through the lineup in that last inning. Grant Mundala hit twice, but leading off the inning will be Colton Konchak, the cleanup hitter. Number 2, staying on the mound is Braden Walsh here for Hillsboro. Was able to just give up 1 run in that while the bases were loaded, so the damage was done minimal at least for Braden Walsh, only allowing that 1 run.
Yeah, tough situation coming to bases loaded and what has been a laborsome inning, I think, for everyone involved. The pitchers, the infield, everyone is. It's just a tough draw to get, especially if you're moving a position. You're not coming in as a new pitcher.
So Colton Konchak will step up to the plate rather. First pitch of the at-bat underway, popped up straight back. Might be room for Devin Johnson. There was room, but just didn't quite get there. Maybe didn't see it properly. So drops, and it'll be a strike 1. Konchak in his previous 2 at-bats, his first at-bat, he had an RBI single. And then on his second at-bat, it was an error by the pitcher. He was able to get on, and he ended up coming around and scoring. So a part of 2 of the 6 runs here as Colton Konchak, as the count now falls to 1-1. Walsh pitches, hits the dirt before the plate, so 2-1 now the count. As we said, Walsh was able to, he ended up walking in 1 run, but ended up getting a line out to the shortstop. Got Mundal to sit down and was able to get out of that inning with minimal damage, 6-3, only allowing that 1 run. It was a total of 4 runs scored in that inning by Hatton-Northwood. That pitch swung on and missed, so that'll be a strike 3 there. Colton Konchak will sit down for the first out. Nice strikeout there by Braden Walsh. So that'll bring Fabian Carrillo to the plate. Carrillo will be hit by pitch on that first at bat. He's going to sprint that one out to show that it didn't hurt.
Yeah, and what Hatton-Northwood has shown this game against the Burros is that you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So I think everyone on the infield is going to have to be on alert of Hatton-Northwood going to try to add some more runs here this inning. They are very dangerous as runners on the base paths.
And a courtesy runner will come in for Carrillo, the catcher. That'll be Aiden Nystrom, number 27. And that'll bring Mike Steinbrink to the plate. Swinging on and missing, so it might have been a foul tip there. 0-1 the count nonetheless. And credit Hatton, they're really patient at the plate, aggressive at the right times. That one's going to find its way down the line for a fair ball. And just a single there. Just barely sneaks by the third baseman there, goes right past the base. Nice little single there from Steinbrink. Runners on first and second, no out, or excuse me, one out. Colton Konchak struck out, was the first batter of the inning. The first time that Hatton-Northwood has not had their lead man get on base. That one a little too high, so a ball one there. Teddy Peterick, the man up to the bat now. Peterick has reached on both his plate appearances. His first at bat was due to a walk. The second one was a fielder's choice, and he ended up scoring on both of those. So he has crossed home on both of his plate appearances. Looking to make it a third. A nice driven ball. Center fielder going back over the head, and maybe caught in the ivy, but he ends up coming away with it. But coming across the plate will be Nystrom. A nicely hit ball. Was caught in the ivy there a little bit. Well, at least the vines of the ivy anyways. Weren't sure if he was going to catch that, so runners were just kind of caught just standing there. So only runners on first and second, but coming around to score was Nystrom. So now 7-3 is the score. First pitch called a strike there. Zuniga up to bat. Nicely hit ball by Teddy Peterick. Scoring another run once again here for Hatton. So still keeping that streak of scoring at least one in every inning to this point. Count now 1-1 for Zuniga. That one outside 2-1 now. So Steinbrink on second. And Peterick on first. Pitch underway, swung on. Believe that one was caught. So a double play there. That was tough by Steinbrink. Didn't know if it hit the ground or not. So a nice double play there by Aaron Johnson. That'll end the inning. 7-3 is the score on the Tim Kajed Seeds Sales scoreboard here on yourliveevent.com.
Right Implement in Hillsboro. 701-636-5692 for shop and field service, farm equipment sales, repair on all equipment, in the field, on the farm, and in the shop with Right Implement in Hillsboro. 701-636-5692. Check out Right Implement for farm equipment, repair and service of equipment and all trucks on Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Right Implement, 701-636-5692.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Back here at Hendrickson Field, looks like we have a new pitcher. It'll be Teddy Peterick on the mound now. Peterick was able to get that RBI single, bringing in, well, Fabian, would have been Fabian Carrillo, but he had a courtesy runner, Aiden Nystrom, running for him, so bringing him in, scoring their 7th run of the game. Now in the bottom of the 4th, as I said, Teddy Peterick will take over the pitching duty here. Mike Steinbrink going 1 1/3 inning and just giving up 1 run on that home run by Cole Hebel. So both teams have now pitched 3 people. This will be the 3rd pitcher for Hatton-Northwood. As we said, just kind of trying to keep those arms fresh throughout the season. It's early in the season, only the 4th game here for Hatton-Northwood, only the 6th game of the season for Hillsboro Central Valley. And I believe that Mike Steinbrink will find his way back out to left field. And now Grant Mundal will be playing center field after. So now he has played all 3 positions in the outfield as Grant Mundal. Up to the plate for Hillsboro. Is Devin Johnson. That first one, a ball, 1-0 the count. Excuse me, it's actually Jackson Anderson up to the plate. Ball going over the heads of us. Probably finding its way to the road there. Fouled off, now 1-1 the count. One the count. Peterick delivering his third pitch. That one just a little too low for ball 2. Peterick having a fairly successful day on or at the plate. Now testing his luck on the mound. That one fouled back. Now 2-2 the count. As I said, Peterick has scored 2 times and had an RBI as well in his last plate appearance. So a part of 3 of 7 of those runs here for Hatton-Northwood. That one also low, so now a full count here with the first batter Peterick is facing. Jackson Anderson in his previous at-bat, he struck out. First time facing Peterick though, obviously. That one high, and he will walk Will Jackson Anderson here in the 4th inning. So Hillsboro wants to get back into this. That's a good way to start, getting run around right away. Now up to bat is Alec Magnuson, the right fielder. Hitting it on the first pitch, good chance for a double play ball. Gets one, and there's 2. A nice play there by Hatton-Northwood. Picture perfect double play ball right there. Zaninga to Carpenter to Konchak.
Yeah, you can't ask for anything better. That's kind of a tailor-made double play, and I mean, it's obviously big to get those 2 outs for Hatton-Northwood, but I think it's also really deflating for Hillsboro Central Valley trying to come back here, knowing that not only we're getting late in the game, but also time constraints.
Yeah, we are in a tournament, so there is that time constraint. We saw that happen a little bit in our previous game with Hillsboro. Had the sudden death, happened to go into sudden death, ended up losing in sudden death after that. The bunt and then the error, scoring that 1 run, losing 3-2 in that one. A little bit of frustration after that as well, but they were able to take that frustration and into a positive, scoring 2 runs right away here in that first inning, but just haven't gotten a lot going other than that Cole Hebel home run. Count now falls to 3-0, so Peter kind of struggling to get ahead in the count here in his first 3 batters. Was able to get that double play, kind of saved him a little bit, but now falling behind here 3-0 once again and make that 4-0, so a walk here as Braden Walsh will walk for the 2nd time on the night. So back to the top of the order here. Peyton Belial's up once again. In his first at-bat, he walked and ended up coming around to score. He stole a base as well. In his second at-bat, he got on by a fielder's choice, stole second once again as he fouls that one out of play. So 0-1 will be the count. So he's gotten on both times. Was able to score once. Belial started the game at center field and is now playing second. After a couple pitching changes, a couple position alignments, that's where he finds himself here in the 4th inning. Throw over to first, back easily though, is Walsh. So Belial's now evens the count 1-1 after that ball. Peterick fires. That one's left low once again, 2-1. Falling behind is Peterick. Pitching out of the stretch, looking over, taking a long look. Now throwing. That one must have been fouled back there by Belial's 2-2 now the count. Settling in now is Belial's getting ready for the next pitch. 2-2 count. 7-3 is the score. Hatton-Northwood leading this one in the 4th inning. Walsh on first. That one left high, throwing over to first now. Once again, back easily again is Walsh. Grill just trying to keep him honest there on first base.
Yeah, and with 2 outs, with a runner at first, trying to get out of this inning, catcher's really seeing something over there at first that he feels he needs to address.
And 2 strikes, 2. I wouldn't worry about it too much, especially right there. There's strike number 3 looking there is Belial, so nothing to worry about that runner. They get the 3rd out anyways via the strikeout here. We'll now come to the 5th inning on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
When it comes to insurance, you should be confident that you're choosing the best option. I'm Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro. Let's find and discuss the best insurance policy for your home, auto, farm, life, or business. Stop in to see Ryan Updahl or I at our Hillsboro office, or give us a call at 701-436-5777, or toll free at 1-800-498-5777. This is Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, and we look forward to doing business with you.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
You can trust Paul's Hometown Repair for professional service on your vehicles, cars, vans, pickups. Bring them in to Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. Whether it's light work such as oil changes and tune-ups, or more serious matters including transmission work and engine overhauls, they'll get the work done for you at Paul's Hometown Repair. They'll get your vehicle back on its wheels, running like new. Call 436-4676 to schedule your vehicle for service at Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
When you're way, way out in farm country, right in the middle of harvest, there's nobody watching. No audience, no crowd, the only bright lights beam from a combine. And they're not pointing at you. All that's here is a field. It may not look like a place of glory, but there's still a winner. There's still a score. And for many farmers who planted golden harvest corn this year, victory is about to set in. Talk to Tim Kazette Seed Sales, 701-430-0877. There's a lot to love about Hillsboro, North Dakota. Top-notch school district with fantastic facilities and growing enrollment. Great healthcare and friendly people. Nestled between two of North Dakota's largest cities, Hillsboro embodies a small-town atmosphere that is sure to make you feel right at home. The HEDC and City of Hillsboro invites you to pay a visit and experience Hillsboro. Visit Hillsboro-ND.com to learn more about Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity.
These reminder of COVID points to share with North Dakota Smart Restart from Trail District Health Unit. Smartphone users are encouraged to download the Care19 app for Android or Apple devices. This will help increase success levels with contact tracing in North Dakota. Get answers to most COVID-related questions in North Dakota by visiting ndresponse.gov. Trail District Health Unit, Public Health, Prevent, Promote, Protect.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Welcome back to Hendrickson Field. Hatton-Northwood ended up being the victors due to time constraint there. Final score was 7-3. A good third inning there for Hatton-Northwood, producing 4 runs. And then they scored in every single inning, only playing those 4 innings, scored at least 1 in every inning. And just a tremendous game there from Hatton-Northwood. Credit Hillsboro Central Valley after a tough loss against Oaks, coming back strong, scoring 2 runs in that first inning, but just unable to really stay with those bats of Hatton-Northwood. The Enbridge player of the game, I can't really pick one player, just an overall great performance by the Hatton-Northwood bats. There's a bunch of pitchers that did the job as well. If I had to pick one player, I think it'd have to be I really don't know. Just a really even performance throughout. There wasn't one player that really stood out.
I think every batter really did a good job. They had long at bats. They were waiting on pitches. They were waiting for their pitches. I think it was a great just all around performance from this Hatton-Northwood team.
Because they were all just really patient at the plate. So a lot of their runs came due to walks or errors. So there wasn't necessarily a hitter that did the job and got a bunch of RBIs. A couple RBIs coming away from Colton Konchak, Fabian Carrillo, and Mike Steinbrink. Otherwise, they just came in via the walk or error. And then player that you have to shout out, though, a home run isn't a thing that happens terribly often in high school. Cole Hebel, his 3rd home run of the season, just a shot out to center field, that short center field fence, but it was definitely still a shot out there. Cole Hebel, a great home run from him. So going through some stats here first for Hatton-Northwood. Scoring 1 run was Derek Carpenter, went 0 for 2, walked once. Colton Konchak, as I said, had 1 RBI, went 1 for 3, struck out once as well. Fabian Carrillo had 1 RBI, went 1 for 2, walked once as well. Mike Steinbrink had 1 RBI, went 2 for 3 with an RBI, as I said. Pitched a couple innings. Only gave up that 1 run off the home run from Cole Hebel, so good job by Mike Steinbrink, pitching and hitting. Teddy Peterick went 1 for 2, had a big RBI single that hit off the fence, and he actually scored 2 runs. And then a couple other players, Raleigh Zuniga and Hunter Tweet, both walked twice, Zuniga walked twice, Tweet struck out twice. Tweet had a fairly good outing, had a couple of strikeouts in his 1 2/3 innings pitched for Hillsboro Central Valley. A couple numbers, Andrew Dullum went off going quick there. The pitcher started off pitching, had a decent first inning of pitching, and then also started off the scoring for Hillsboro Central Valley. Had that RBI double, that 1 hop to the fence there. Cole Hebel had that solo shot to dead center. Went 1 for 2 on the game. Had an RBI. Gannon Limke had beat out that infield single for the other RBI. So there's the 3 runs there for Hillsboro Central Valley. He went 1 for 2 on the game. A couple of walks as well for Hillsboro. Andrew Dullum, Gannon Limke, and Braden Walsh all made outings on the mound there for Hillsboro. Braden Walsh pitched 1 1/3 inning and got the job done, only allowing that one run, but technically not his earned run as he came in with the bases loaded. So that'll round up things here. Joel, any last words about this Enderlin Maple Valley Invitational?
Yeah, I want to thank Kevin Bratlin, the head coach of Maple Valley Enderlin. Thank Calvin Kraft, the athletic director at Enderlin High School, for really putting this together, all the volunteers, everyone that helped out from the Indies baseball team. It was great to come out here our last couple days. I know weather is something they can't control, but that has been good. But thanks for allowing us to come out here and broadcast what has been a fun day of baseball. And it's always fun, you get out of those long winters and you start getting outside, and it just becomes enjoyable. So thanks to all of them for having us out here.
Absolutely. So for myself, Jacob Tenson, and Joel Morgan, we say have a good Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, the rest of your day. Stay safe and have a good night.